Well, now that back to school season is in full swing, your family might need to just like sit for a second and not think about back to school and instead just watch back to school on the big screen. So Rad, our film critic, is rounding up the best back to school movies to experience during study breaks, in between assignments, or just whenever you need a hit of nostalgia. Great to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first up, I have a problem with this introduction because it says, starting with a classic movie from 2012, but Rad tells me it was an instant classic, 21 Jump Street. So let's watch the trailer for a refresher.
Miranda writes, "You idiots are officially transferred."
You are going undercover as high school students. Rule number 1, no sex with students or teachers.
Let me check out your chest. Check out your test.
Rule number 2, don't give nobody alcohol.
We'll be super professional.
Rule number 3, don't blow your cover.
Your mother told me that you are under.
This movie is so fun. Rad, why'd you put this one on the list?
Well, I mean, right now I want to like kind of make the case of why it's a classic. Remember, this is the movie that started the careers of the guys who made the Spider-Verse movies. Okay, it all begins with this. And also Kanye West deemed this a classic. So yeah, there's all these reasons. But you know, we're talking about back to school movies. I feel like nothing says back to school more than adults having to go back to school. I mean, remember, this is the whole Billy Madison premise, right? Where it's like adults who have yet to grow out of their adolescent energy and stuff. And yeah, this is 21 Jump Street, bringing the whole undercover cop premise from the TV show, which is, in this case, a lot of fun. But what I especially love about this movie is that it's still like a true high school movie about trying to fit in the cafeteria and trying to fit into the social structures. And it's specifically a high school movie where it's like capturing the anxiety of Gen X's dipping over into Gen Z's, where the transition went from like, what was cool in the 90s started becoming a little toxic, but yet Gen Z's have their own kind of toxic, like their performative sensitivity can be toxic as well. So I think 21 Jump Street really kind of brilliantly captures that.
Okay, next up, one of my faves, and I love this. You call this a mashup between Mean Girls and American Pie. Can you think what movie I'm talking about? It's Bring It On. So why did you add this one?
Well, I mean, first of all, because I did not want to pick American Pie. And I love Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls. But if you wanted like the energy of both of those movies, the idea of navigating the Mean Girls and navigating those dudes that are seeking out their American Pie, Bring It On has that raunchy energy. And it's also a dance movie. And you know how much I love dance. I know we're talking about Cheer, which is just kind of gravity-defying dance, but I'm a sucker for those kinds of movies. But also on top of all that, I mean, this is a movie that came out a year before Save the Last Dance, and it was a movie that was almost anticipating the conversation we'll have after Save the Last Dance about cultural appropriation. It was way ahead of its time in terms of having that conversation. So there's a genius to this that is just not celebrated enough. And also, again, Kristen Dunst, Gabrielle Union going head to head, just iconic.
Yeah, just honestly, we all know the tears. I'm not going to do them. I'm going to save you that this morning. But we all know them. I'm so happy to see Harry Potter on the list. You had, what, 8 films to choose from? So which one did you pick?
I picked Prisoner of Azkaban, and the only reason I picked Prisoner of Azkaban is that's just my favorite Harry Potter movie, right? I think that there's a brilliance to what Alfonso Cuarón, the director, did there. But really, you could pick any Harry Potter movie as a back-to-school movie, because that's what they all are, right? It's always about Harry going back to Hogwarts and learning a little bit of wizardry and dealing with a bully like Malfoy. So all of them, it's actually incredible how all of them are better than most back-to-school movies, even though that's not really even the genre they're trying to go after. But Prisoner of Azkaban is, it's Alfonso Cuarón taking it to an unparalleled level of artistry.
Okay, so we had 3 that you might know really well. This next one is a French movie. It's called The Class.
Yeah.
I don't know that I know this one. So what is this?
Well, so this is basically what I'm giving you instead of The Breakfast Club. Okay, so I'm never mind The Breakfast Club. So basically, The Class, this is a Palme d'Or winning French film from director Laurent Contant, who sadly passed away earlier this year. It is literally about a classroom. Think Dangerous Minds, but without the sensationalism, okay?
That's a good one too, Dangerous.
Yes, but this is better. Okay, and this is, and it's better because it's authentic, right? Like, and when I say it's like, let's set this aside from Breakfast Club, because Breakfast Club is trying to give you a diverse group of students, except they're all archetypes, right? The jock, the nerd, and all that, right? Whereas this is authentic in the sense that it's characters who are defined by the diversity of class and race and what their national history brings to them. So it captures the kind of real authenticity of it all. But it's just like, it's basically one of the best classroom dramas ever, and it's so moving.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip over the fact that you didn't put Breakfast Club on the list and just continue on, because I put it on the list, top of the list. Last but not least, we've got Adventureland.
Yeah, and I'm kind of cheating with Adventureland because this is, I mean, less than a back-to-school movie, this is a summer movie. It's actually one of the greatest greatest summer movies.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
It is, and this is, I realize now, it's like, I don't think I've ever told people how genius and brilliant and amazing Adventureland is, but it's basically about, it's actually an end of school movie where Jesse Eisenberg's playing a kid who just graduated college, and the career he was expecting for him didn't pan out, so he ends up with a summer job at an amusement park. But this is a movie that is about the dying days of summer, and by being about the dying days of summer, it's about how summer and your innocence and joys are slipping away, and it's about gearing up for life in that way. And the reason why I want kids who are going back to school to watch this movie and cherish it is because, like, you're going into these moments and you are going, these are the last precious few days of your youth and your innocence, so enjoy them and cherish them before they're all gone. And you're in a carny in a festival, in a carnival. Yeah.
Well, thanks for ending this conversation on such an uplifting note there, Rad. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.